Everybody, welcome back. This is round two of Monday, April 6th. And we're here to learn spirituality, to be aware of it, to integrate it, to live with it, and to elevate by it. So I wanted to go back into the counting the Omer and dive into the attributes that that are spread throughout the 49 days. So this video is called The 49 Attributes of the Omer, a spiritual journey of personal refinement explained. So last time we explored the basic practice of Sfirat HaOmer, the 49-day count from Passover to Shavuot. Today we turn to its rich spiritual dimension, the 49 attributes or combinations drawn from the seven lower Sfirot. These divine qualities, drawn from Kabbalistic tradition, offer a structured path for character refinement and personal growth during this special season. Rooted in Lurianic Kabbalah and beautifully developed in Hasidic teachings, this framework transforms the simple daily count into a profound spiritual curriculum. We'll examine what the Sfirot are, how they map onto the 7 weeks and 49 days, the significance of their combinations, and how this practice can help us prepare to receive the Torah anew. As always, we'll stay grounded in traditional sources and keep the explanation clear and accessible. So let's begin. In Kabbalah, the Sfirot are the 10 channels or attributes through which God's infinite light is revealed and structured in creation. They are not separate powers, but interconnected aspects of the divine. Imagine looking through a prism. One light going through the prism, and there's multiple lights going through the other side. And because we are created in God's image, so they are not separate powers, but interconnected aspects of the divine. And because we are created in God's image, they also reflect dimensions of the human soul and personality. During the Omer period, tradition focuses on the 7 lower Sfirot, the emotional and interactive qualities that shape how we live in the world. The higher Sfirot correspond to the aspects of the mind. So you have Chachma, Bina, and Das, Chabad. And above that is Keser, the will of God, and then through that it goes through the intellectual, and then through that to the emotional. Okay. During the Omer period, tradition focuses on the 7 lower Sfirot, the emotional and interactive qualities that shape how we live in the world. These are Chesed, loving kindness, generosity, expansive love. Right? It's like all the love. Too much Chesed, too much love. Gevura, strength, discipline, restraint, justice. Okay, so that's limitation, discipline, restraint. Tiferet is a harmony, right? Where generosity and expansive love meets its appropriate limit, and that's where you get Tiferet. Netzach, endurance, victory, persistence, ambition. Hod, splendor, gratitude, humility, acknowledgement. Yesod, foundation, connection, bonding, righteousness. Malchut, sovereignty, leadership, presence, receptivity. Each of the 7 weeks of the Omer is dedicated to one of these primary Sfirot. The first week focuses on Chesed, the second on Gevura, and so on, culminating in Malchut during the final week, leading up to Matan Torah, Shavuot, where Hashem gave us the Torah. The Torah represents God's will, the Ratzon of God. And so his sovereignty is the culmination of Malchus. It comes down, and finally the manifestation of the God's will is celebrated by when he gave man direction. Okay? This progression mirrors the journey from the raw freedom of Passover toward the structured covenant of Torah at Shavuot. What makes the Omer count especially powerful is that each day within the week explores a unique combination, the quality of the day interacting with the quality of the week. This creates 49 distinct attributes. So with each week has its own attribute, and each day has its own attribute. So you would say, so the first week is, for example, chesed, kindness. Okay, well, the first day within the first week is chesed, of chesed, right? So that represents pure, unbounding love. Okay, number 2 is gevura of chesed, so disciplined or bounded kindness. Number 3 is teferet of chesed, harmonious or compassionate kindness, bringing beauty and balance to our generosity. The pattern repeats each week. During the week of gevura, we explore gevura, pure discipline. Chesed of gevura, kindness within strength. So, for example, a parent disciplining their child, right? They do it in a not in a pure discipline. Sometimes it is pure discipline, but sometimes it's through a kindness kind of way, and so on. By the final days, we reach combinations such as Malchut of Malchut, dignified, receptive leadership that integrates all of the previous qualities. Right? These combinations are not rigid formulas, but invitations to examine how different emotional energies interact within us. They reveal that no single trait stands alone. True growth comes from balancing and refining them together. Why this intricate system? The classical sources, including teachings associated with the Arizal, see the Omer as a time when the Israelites refined themselves after leaving Egypt. Right? It was not just enough to leave Egypt. You have to now, separate yourself from the slavery and now grow and now move into a different direction. The 49 combinations correspond to 49 gates or aspects of spiritual and emotional purification. In Hasidic thought, particularly as developed in works like the Tanya and later masters, these attributes become a practical daily meditation. Each evening, after reciting the count, many people pause to reflect on the day's specific combination. They might ask, how did I express or fail to express this quality today? It helps us, it's kind of like a benchmark to be aware of these attributes and to kind of, measure where we are in terms of, where our own personal characteristics are. Where in my relationships, work, or inner life does this combination need attention? What small action can I take to elevate it? This daily work is part of the broader concept of birur, a clarification or extraction or refinement of holiness from the material world. By refining our character traits, we participate in tikkun, the repair and elevation of creation, starting with ourselves and then ultimately the environment around us, preparing our souls to stand before God once again. The period also carries a tone of solemnity due to historical mourning customs, reminding us that growth often involves facing challenges and limitations with honesty and perseverance. Let's look at a few practical examples to make this real. During the week of Netzach, endurance, the day of Hod of Netzach might focus on grateful persistence, continuing a difficult task while maintaining humility and appreciation rather than pride or burnout. And the week of Yesod, connection, Chesed of Yesod, could encourage building relationships through generous, open-hearted bonding. The final week of Malchut integrates everything, sovereignty that is not domineering but receptive, allowing the full spectrum of qualities to manifest in a balanced, kingly or queenly presence in the world. Many people keep a simple journal or use Omer guides to note insights each day. The goal is not perfection in 49 days, but steady, intentional movement toward greater wholeness. Ultimately, the 49 attributes of the Omer teach us that spiritual growth is systematic, yet deeply personal. They remind us that freedom from external bondage must be followed by inner liberation and refinement, so we can responsibly receive and serve God's will. Even without extensive Kabbalistic study, Simply becoming aware of these qualities each day can heighten our sensitivity to how we love, set boundaries, seek harmony, persist, show gratitude, connect, and lead. In a busy world, this practice carves out sacred space for becoming the people we are meant to be. The attributes recited and reflected upon during the counting of the Omer offer a beautiful mystical map for the soul's journey. They turn 7 weeks of counting into 49 opportunities to polish the divine qualities within us, drawing us closer to the revelation at Sinai, or modern day revelation, and to a more elevated, balanced life. And if this exploration spoke to you, share in the comments. Have you worked with the Sphero during the Omer before? Have you worked on character refinement in terms of becoming a more elevated presence in the world? Which combination or quality resonates most with you right now? How might you incorporate daily reflection this season? Please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more thoughtful explorations of Jewish practices, mysticism, and wisdom. I'm hoping this helps elevate our understanding of the time, of what's happening, of spiritual concepts. I hope it's uplifting. Wishing everyone a happy Monday, a great week. Be blessed, and see you next time.